Okay, good evening everybody. It is Friday. I'm actually doing this on Friday the 10th of March 2023. I usually record these. This is that weekly football show, by the way, episode 6. Although it is and it isn't. It's kind of not. Reason why, like I was saying, I normally do these on the Thursday evenings before when I have some guests in. I couldn't get anybody in this week due to the weather. If you haven't looked outside or you're not up in the north, we've had terrible snow and it's been really cold. So yeah, anyway, couldn't get anybody in. So we'll be back proper onto the proper shows next week. I'm looking at there's a few different guests coming in. So yeah, I just thought to kind of keep up appearances, give you my kind of rundown. We'll do very quickly. It's going to be a brief one today, guys. We'll go very quickly on the last week's results compared with mine and my guests' predictions, and then we're going to look at this week's fixtures. I'll give you my thoughts on this week's fixtures, my predictions, and I'm going to give you a little quiz, okay? Going to give you a little quiz. I've got 2 tickets to the Everton v Brentford game tomorrow to give away, so I'm going to do a little quiz at the end here, and the first one who emails me with the correct answers to all questions, I think there's only 6 or 7, I can't remember, it's 6 or 7 questions. First one who drops me an email with the answers, correct answers to every question, will win 2 tickets to Everton v Brentford tomorrow, okay? So, first and foremost, do you know what, I'm not even going to stop and do an intro or anything, we'll just crack on. First and foremost, we're going to have a look at the results from last weekend. Like I say, really quick, so I want to just go through the predictions. So, I'm going to start off, Man City, Newcastle, 2-0 City. Any surprise there, shocks at all? No, it was at City. Newcastle are struggling a bit at the moment, aren't they? They're just not picking up wins. So yeah, I was in the blue up here. I had 4-2 Man City, but my guests also had 3-1 Man City, so that was 1 point for each of us. Arsenal Bournemouth made us Everton fans sweat quite a bit. Arsenal did. So they were 2-0 down very early in the game. They went 1-0 down in 9 seconds. Come back to win 3-2, scoring I think it was 90 plus 8. But it's that old saying, isn't it? Is that the sign of a championship winning side? The fact they can overturn that and come back. Great win for them, 3-2 against Bournemouth. Good win, like I say, for Everton. That was good for Everton as well. I was watching that, I was gutted, thinking, oh no, Bournemouth are going to climb above us here. We're going to be bottom of the league by the end of the day. But yeah, they did it for us. So I had 3-1. My guests had 3-0, so that's another point for each of us. Villa, Crystal Palace, 1-0 Villa. Great win for Villa that against Palace. Again, 2 teams that are I don't know, there or thereabouts, you know, mid-table. So good battle, but 1-0 Villa. I predicted this 1-0 win to Villa. I said that's 3 points for me. My guest said 0-0, so I'll take that one. I will take that. I need these points because at the moment I'm on 14 points and my guests are on 28. Brighton battered West Ham 4-0 to Brighton. Battered them. So yeah, that wasn't really a surprise. So do you know what? I love this. I always say, I say that wasn't a surprise. Then I turned around and realised I put a draw. So I suppose it was a surprise. But anyway, great result for Brighton and another potential good one for Everton as well. It's the way I always look at these. So no points for me. My guest put 2-1 Brighton, so they get a point there. Chelsea Leeds. This could have been another banana skin for us Everton fans, guys. And it could have been for Chelsea as well. It took them till like 53 minutes, I think it was, to get their goal, but they did get it. Beat Leeds 1-0. That's all that counts, I think, for Chelsea, isn't it? To start getting those points and those wins. So a good win for Chelsea. They then got one in the Champions League, didn't they? They played well in the Champions League. So yeah. 1-0 Leeds. My guests put 2-0. They get a point. I put 4-1. Point each. Wolves against Spurs. Now I went for a draw here. My guests went for a 2-0 win to Spurs. It was 1-0 to Wolves. And this is the thing, if you've been watching recently, this is exactly what I've been saying about Spurs. They just, and I had Ben, the Liverpool fan, and Ben's words, brilliant. Ben said, or was it James? Sorry, one of the two. But my guest last week, one of them said, Spurs just hate winning. They just hate winning games. And that just sums them up perfect, I think. I love that comment. And it shows they do. They done really poorly in the Champions League the other night against AC Milan. They were woeful. I think they had one. All they needed to do was score one goal at home. They had one shot on target against AC Milan. Got beat by Wolves. So my guests went for a Spurs win. I went for a draw. No points for either of us. Southampton, Leicester. Another bad result for Everton. It wasn't going. Well, tell you what, if Bournemouth would have dragged that win out, Everton would have been in flipping dire straits by the end of last weekend. Southampton beat Leicester 1-0. Again, Leicester, another team struggling. I went for a Leicester win. My guests went for the Southampton win. They went 3-0 though, so they get another point. So moving on we go to Sunday's games, which are further up. Sorry, I've got last week's there. Sunday's games. First, let's go Everton. Nottingham Forest 2, Everton 2. I went for the Everton win 2-1. Nearly had it as well, we were 2-1 up. My guests went for a 1-1 draw, so that's another point for them. And none for me, that puts us on 6 each for the week. So I think that was a great result for Everton. I'd seen loads of people saying it was a massive points dropped and giving them quite a bit of stick, but I think Nottingham Forest haven't been beat at home for a long time. They drew there with City 1-0. I know we were ahead twice, but they are tough to beat at their place. I think it's a good point. It would have been horrendous for us to come away with nothing. I think it's a good point. So yeah, that's 2-2 there. Of course we wanted to win. Of course I was hoping and praying we won, but we didn't. I just think it's really important we didn't lose. Move on to the Liverpool game, eh? I predicted 7-0. No, I didn't. I predicted 3-1 to Liverpool. My guests predicted 1-0. So I'll take the point there. 7-0. 7-0 against Man U. Now that's the biggest shock of the weekend, isn't it? I thought Liverpool would win at home against Man U. But 7-0? Nah. Come on. They were only 1-0 up at half time. It's a ridiculous score, isn't it? Fair play. I spoke to a few Liverpool fans as well who said, it was one comment that said they were just able to, after that third goal early in the second half, they were just able to enjoy it then, just enjoy the game. Do you know how long it's been for me to be like that, to be able to just sit back and enjoy the game? Must be a good feeling, but yeah, that's such a great result, isn't it? 7-0 at home to Man U. Terrible for Man U, of course. Bounced back last night. Played well against who was it? Betis, was it Real Betis? Played well against them. They won 3-1, I think it was, and they did do well, played well. So yeah, they were firing back. So let's have a look. Let's have a quick look what that does to the league. Like I say, guys, it's going to be a quick one today. These are only about an hour long. This is probably going to be 10 minutes or so. Arsenal at the top, 63 points. So what are they? 5 points ahead of City. Played the same games. Then you got Man U. I'd say creeping up, but they're not. They're still they're 9 points behind with a game in hand. 9 points behind City, 9 points behind second with a game in hand. They win that, 6 points behind City. Who knows, Man U? But you could have done without that 7-0 defeat, I'll tell you that. Look at Liverpool here. Liverpool, 5th. I said this last week, like 3 weeks ago, they were down 9 or 10th, and I said to the Newcastle fan, Dan, who was in, Liverpool are your threat. Liverpool are now ahead of Newcastle. I mean, I'm no good at these predictions, but I think mind you, I suppose everyone can see that. Could everyone see that? Liverpool jumping that quick. Good run of games, good run of form. In fact, probably the best run of form. The same as City, actually, same form as City. But yeah, they're doing well. Can look at Brentford in 9th. Brentford's form, 1 draw, 1 draw. Brentford are a good side, and Everton play them tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game, that I think. Chelsea starting to climb slightly. Go and look at the bottom, the worst part. We've got Bournemouth right at the bottom on 21, Southampton on 21. They're the bottom two. We've got Everton on 22 points. Everton have played one more game than both of them though, as well. And actually played one more than Leeds, who are on the same points as us, so we're going to have to be careful, definitely. But I tell you what, we win tomorrow, we could jump up a few places if other scores go our way, Blues. You just got to see. So, well, let's move on to the fixtures tomorrow. Let's see, so that could be Liverpool. Bournemouth are playing Liverpool at Bournemouth. That could be really good for Everton. Liverpool, do us a favour. And Liverpool are trying to, well, they're not trying to, they're really climbing at the moment as well. Leeds got Brighton, tough game for Leeds. Who is it that Southampton have got? Yeah, let's go big. Southampton's got Man U on Sunday. Surely Man U want to come back in and come back from that 7-0 defeat and come back with a bang as well. So we'll see. Well, you're looking at the top of the table. Man City playing Palace away. 5:30 game tomorrow. I've already said Liverpool are at Bournemouth. Then we've got Sunday 2 p.m. Arsenal Fulham derby. It's at Fulham. So who knows how it could look at the end of this weekend. Newcastle, another decent, should be a decent game. Newcastle playing Wolves at 4:30 on Sunday. Should be a good one, that, to be honest. Look at them, they're very, very similar. Newcastle Wolves, so should be a good one, that, I think. So we'll see come the end of the weekend. Fingers crossed, Blues, that it's fingers crossed that by that we've moved up. So on that note, let me move on and put my predictions on the wall, okay? Right, okay guys, so here we go. What I'm going to do, tell you what, I'm going to put my predictions up here, and the first one to drop me an email on my email down below there with your predictions, please. Anyone watching this, drop your predictions on an email down to me. The first one I get, I'm going to take them, okay? I'll screenshot them, put them up next week, and I'll use some of these as one of my guests. So the first one to drop me an email with your predictions, you'll be my guest, okay? So first one, Bournemouth, Liverpool. I'm going to go for mine will be in blue. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool. Leeds, Brighton. I'm definitely going with my head here. With my heart. A bit, because we need these results. But I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton. Everton, Brentford. This is a really tough one for Everton, But I'm gonna go for a 1-0. Everton. Leicester v Chelsea. Leicester are struggling. Chelsea look like they're just going to come good. So I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Spurs against Forest. I think Spurs might get this one. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. Palace v City. I'm going to go for like a 4-1 to City. Man United v Southampton. I think United have got to bounce back after what happened last weekend. I'm going to go 3-1 Man United. West Ham Villa. Good game. I'm going to go 1-1. West Ham Villa 1-0. Fulham Arsenal. I think Arsenal win it 3-1. And Newcastle Wolves. I will go for the 4:30 Sunday, Super Sunday, 0-0. So, as I said, first one, if you want to, first one of you to drop me an email down below with your predictions will be my guest to get up here. So I was meant to say before, last week, me and my guest, we got 6 points each. So the gap is still 14 points between me and my guest, which is an absolute killer. Absolute killer. So, what I'm going to do now, guys, is to jump onto a little quiz for you, okay? Just something to do, a little bit of fun. Seems I've got no guests in, a little bit of fun. I'm going to do this. Whoever wins this, the first one to email me with their answers. Yeah, there's 7 questions. First one to email me with your answers to the 7 questions that are correct will win 2 tickets to the Everton v Brentford game tomorrow. Okay, so get on it, answer quick. Question number 1. Everton FC have a new stadium at Bromley Moor Dock. What will the capacity of the stadium be? Okay, what will the capacity of the Everton Stadium at Bromley Moor Dock be? Question number 2. Liverpool FC are expanding the Anfield Road stand of their stadium. What will the capacity of Anfield Stadium be once it's complete? That's the full stadium, not just the Anfield Road end. What will the capacity be of Anfield Stadium once the latest development's complete? Question number 3. Who was the last team to win the FA Cup and be relegated from the Premier League in the same season? Okay, what team was it? Won the FA Cup, relegated same season. Question number 4. Who has the record for the fastest hat-trick in the Premier League? Okay, fastest hat-trick in the Premier League. If you want to tell me how fast it was and who it was against, you don't get anything extra, but it'll be good to show me that you know, okay? Everton play Forest at home tomorrow. What was the score the last time Everton beat Nottingham Forest at Goodison Park? What was the score the last time we beat them at Goodison Park? Number 6, Philip Billing scored a really quick goal against Arsenal at the weekend in just 9 seconds. But who holds the current record for the fastest goal scored in the Premier League? Who has scored the fastest goal in the Premier League? Let me know who it was. And question number 7, last one. Which 3 players shared the Premier League Golden Boot in 2018-2019 season? We shared out 3 players, shared that Golden Boot. 18/19 season, who was it? Which 3 was it? Okay, there are your 7 questions. So, answers in an email to me. Fastest answer wins 2 tickets to the Everton v Brentford game tomorrow. That's it. Okay, that's the end of this week's show. Like I said, it was a quick one. My guest couldn't make it because of the weather, so I had to cancel it last night. I was going to do nothing, but I thought, you know what, I'll just pop up to the studio, do a quick video, give you a little quiz, give you a little talk, just a little thing on the last week's scores, this week's predictions, let you guys get involved. Like I said, the first one to drop me their predictions will go up on the wall as well. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope you enjoyed the very brief video. I'm going to get out now and do my drone work on both stadiums that I do. Enjoy your weekend, fingers crossed for your team getting 3 points this weekend. I hope you're a blue.